Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days which to revise and extend their remarks and include any extraneous material on the bill under consideration.
Without objection.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker, I yield myself as much time as I may consume. Today, I rise in support of Senate Amendment H.R. 1801. H.R. 1801 represents a bipartisan, bicameral effort in honor of the members of our armed forces by transitioning to an expedited, intelligence-driven screening process for all U.S. soldiers at our nation's airports. Shortly after the House passed H.R. 1801 by a vote of 404-0, the Senate, with support of the leadership and Ranking Member Kay Bailey Hutchinson and Chairman Jay Rockefeller, amended and passed H.R. 1801 by voice vote. I have had time to review the Senate amendment, and quite frankly, I think it improves the underlying bill. It requires a coordination between TSA and the Department of Defense in establishing the expedited screening process and clarifies that the TSA administrator retains the authority to require additional screening for a member of the armed forces should intelligence or law enforcement information raise any concerns. In addition, the Senate amendment allows TSA to include accompanying family military members in the expedited screening process, quote unquote, to the extent possible, end quote. Overall, the Senate amendment to H.R. 1801 improved the bill, and I urge my colleagues to support it. In close, I'd like to thank the Transportation Security Committee and Ranking Member Sheila Jackson-Lee and Homeland Security Committee Chairman Peter King and Ranking Member Benny Thompson for moving this legislation. Additionally, I would like to recognize and thank Senators Kay Bailey Hutchinson and Jay Rockefeller for their leadership in having the measure passed in the Senate. I'd also like to take some time to recognize some of the great staff on the House and Senate Homeland Committee, especially Mandy Bowers, Jennifer Arango, Amanda Powerick, Stephen Geyer, Nicole Smith, Jay Vreeberg, and Minnesota's 8th Congressional District Legislative Director Paul Blocker and his staff for all they have done in this process. Mr. Speaker, I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves.